Okay, people, Breadsy Entertainment. I didn't really want to touch this video, to be honest with you, but we're going to be talking about it. So we all know Lady Hussey has resigned from her position within the royal house, and it's due to a conversation that occurred with this lady. Now, let me just move myself out of the way a little bit. Let's just move myself out of the way. Right. This lady turned up to a ball looking like an African queen. I don't know, head to toe in African garments, whatever. She's wearing a proper African. She looks like she's wearing an African robe. I don't know what that necklace is. It's like she's taking the teeth of an alligator or something. But her hair, damn, that don't even look like dreads. Like the fakest piece of hair that she stuck on that piece. But I don't know what it is. She stuck some mad piece on there. So the lady confronts her and says, "Hello, how are you? Blah blah blah. Where are you from?" She says, "I'm British. I'm English." She's dressed. Bear in mind, this woman's dressed in some African robe and that headpiece and that necklace and those African earrings, quite clearly. And rather than just doing what every person of color that's been brought up in the UK, whether you're born in England or whatever, normally the normal situation that happens is, "Oh, where are you from?" "Oh, I was born in England." "Oh, where are your parents from?" "Oh, yeah, my mum's from Jamaica and my dad's from Dominica," whatever, vice versa in my case. And that's normally the end of the situation. You explain to someone that you were born in England and you're proud to be English, whatever, but then you just explain where your parents are from. It's a normal conversation that happens every single day, and every single person born in this country of color will have this story to tell you. And it's only people that act defensive if they're embarrassed, or if they're embarrassed by their culture, where they come from. Looking at the way this woman looks and how she dresses, she's definitely not embarrassed of her culture. She's fully embracing African culture there. African and maybe a bit of Jamaican with the dreads there. So what's her motive for this? Her motive is she's being very deceitful. She's acting, playing the victim. "Oh my god! Oh my god! She touched my hair. No one should touch me." Listen, if I saw you, love, I might touch your hair. I probably would have a little touch of that to see what the fuck that is, because I don't like normal dreads to me. That's some madness. But yeah, she's going on every TV show she can get her hands on, charging admission fees for it as well. So she's basically just milking the situation. And situations like this, where someone's just done something really harmless, asks a very simple question, she would have only pursued it because the woman wanted to be. She'd been very facetious. Rather than just accepting what the woman's saying, she knows she's a smart woman. Every person of color knows the situation. Someone asks you where you're from, you say I'm British, they say where your parents from, you say Dominica, Jamaica, whatever it is, and that's the end of the conversation. There's no malice in that. People just want to identify you. There's um there's another part to this. I'll go into it later, but it doesn't really tie. It does tie into it a little bit because well, basically I'll go into it now. So people of color, a lot of people of color are very, for this exact reason, a lot of people of color are very hesitant when people ask them where they're from, because they know exactly what's going to come. In their mind, we've been brought up in England, we've been in England our whole life, we've never been anywhere else. All we know is English culture. So most of us will say we're English. No, we all, no one's unhappy about where their parents come from. But in the day, my mum was born in Dominica. I don't know nothing about Dominica. I was brought up in England, born in England, bred in England. All I know is England. So English is my culture. But I understand that my parents' culture, where they came from. And if you want to be smart about it, you can go back and go back and go back, and we'll all end up on the same freaking continent, which will be Africa anyway. So there's that argument. But this lady, for me, she's being very facetious. She's being very sneaky, and things like this set things back. Because now what you're going to do is what this does is this gives a platform for the actual racists out there just to jump out there and go, "Oh my god, look at that! You can't say nothing anymore. You can't say nothing without being accused of being racist nowadays." And you have played into their hands, Mrs. Ngozi, whatever your name is. You know exactly what you were doing, and you knew exactly how to handle the situation.